Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? What's good with it? We driving, getting on the freeway. Oh man, how y'all doing? Yo, in this video, this is a driving video, so it might be a little bit noisy. Driving in a Chevy Express, you know, work van. So, just a shout out disclaimer there. Yeah, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about balding. Yeah, I know you guys see that. Used to have more hair up there. Basically gonna be talking about my story and, you know, are you balding? DGAF. I think that's what I'm going to title it, because honestly, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Losing the hair on the top of my head, letting it go, growing out my beard, or even if you don't have a beard, it doesn't matter. Just let it go. I think a lot of people, you know, it's interesting, like, from both sides of it. At least for me, it's like being young and, like, you know, hearing the bald jokes, or like, I think we all know that there's kind of like this stereotype or like this taboo or whatever you want to call it against like bald people, or like bald men especially. And you know, now that I've been bald, or whatever you want to call it, for, what is it, like, I think 9 years now, maybe 8 years, because when I buzzed my head for the first time was at the end of 2016. Yeah, at the end of 2016 was when I first did it. And honestly, it's liberating. Especially, you know, let me know down below if you guys have been going through balding, or you've been going through noticing that your hair's been thinning, like thinning hair, receding hairline, whatever you want to call it. Because I noticed before mine, I had the, I don't know what you call them, but yeah, the receding hairline. Because I used to have long hair, like down to here. It was long, put it in a bun, wear it down, you know, whatever. And honestly, when I started realizing that it was thinning, that was it. Literally within a couple months, I cut it. I said, nah. I said, this isn't it. I'm cutting it. I'm not just gonna hold on to that little bit of hair. And you know, some people do fine with that. Some people hold on. I got a friend like that. You know, I feel like you got two routes, roughly. I mean, there's a couple routes, but I feel like you got two routes when you start noticing your hair's going. And, you know, you can let go of it gracefully. Just take action, take charge, and do something about it. Basically, buzz your hair, or start shaving your head, whatever you want to call it. Or, you know, you can try to hold on to it. You can do certain hairstyles that maybe kind of mask it, minimize it. There's a stereotypical comb over. You know, like my buddy, he takes, I think it's called Hims. That's like a brand name, Hims, but it's, you know, minoxidil or whatever you want to call it. The like Rogaine or Propecia or whatever it is. And he does that, and I think it's kind of helping him, but no, not for me. I said, no, I'm not putting those chemicals in my body. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just gonna buzz it. I'm just gonna let go of it. You know, I like to say it's like letting go of your hair. You know, you didn't lose it, you let go of it. At least that's kind of my mindset. Is, like I said, with those two different ways of being, it's like you can either be in that like fear-based, like, oh no, my hair's falling out, I'm balding, my hair's receding, thinning, whatever, it's like I'm losing my hair. Or you can say, no, I'm letting go of my hair. I'm done with it. Like there's a reason why it's going, and it's because it's time to let go of it. There's character development that needs to happen. You know, that's kind of my perspective of it is, you know, I feel like God, the Most High, He doesn't make mistakes, right? So everything is in divine order. Everything has its time and place, and yeah. For me, it's like, it was time to let go of it. God had a plan for me to, you know, basically become more of a man. And, you know, nothing against people with long hair. I know you can totally be super macho and have high testosterone and you know, be a man with long hair. I get that. I agree. I mean, you know, you see all the Thor people and the guys with the long hair, and that's cool, right? That's cool. God bless them. But everybody's on their own journey. And that's part of it too, is like, you're on your own journey. Those other guys with long hair, they're on their own journey. You know, I remember being in my early 20s and seeing, you know, social media was still pretty new back then, Instagram and all. And I remember seeing this one guy with, you know, the bun, and this dude looked like mad majestic, right? Super majestic. His hair looked dope. His hair looked tight, man. It looked cool. And I was thinking like, man, like I want to have that look. And, you know, reflecting on that, it's like, dude, that was feminine. Like, and from my perspective, that was feminine energy. That was like, it's like, I want to look like another man. And it don't have nothing to do with like being muscular or whatever. It's like, it's because of his hair. Like, bro, I don't know. From my perspective now, it's like, to me, that seems kind of feminine. And, you know, I've said it before. I said it, I think in my last video, one of my last videos, like, I used to be a simp, right? I used to be a super simp. And, yeah, I was definitely feminized to some degree by this society and, you know, the processed foods, the plastic, microplastics, all the endocrine disruptors, and, you know, all that stuff. You know, I think if you're doing all the mainstream stuff, eating the mainstream food, wearing the mainstream plastic clothes, you know, you're going to be more effeminate than other men who are more organic. If that makes sense. And I can make a video on that. Let me know down below. Because, yeah, I try to stay away from all of that artificial bad stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I had long hair for many years, and I used to think it was cool and all of that. But then when I started noticing it was thinning up top, you know, I had a little bit of that negative feeling, like, oh shit, no, but very little. You know, it's you know, all praises to the Most High God. Almost instantly, I had this like, no, it's okay, everything's cool, like everything's gonna be fine. And yeah, you know, I actually donated my hair, believe it or not, right? The DGAFinator himself donated his hair to Wigs for Kids. You know, I put it in like a bunch of like little ponytails like they instruct, and I cut it, and I sent him a package of it. You know, I had strawberry blonde hair at the time, and you know, I had always been complimented growing up on my hair color, that it was this strawberry blonde color, So, see, that's the thing. It's like people were either bullying me for my hair color, or the girls were like, man, I wish I had your hair color naturally, So I say, you know what? The best thing I could do with this hair right now is donate it. So yeah, I went ahead and donated it. And then that same night after I cut it off, buzzed it. And I think that was back in like October. I think that was October 2016. And I never looked back. Honestly, that was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Just taking my power back, and taking the initiative, saying, you know what, this isn't going to define me. I'm going to define it. Instead of feeling some negative type of way, I'm gonna take action, and I'm gonna man up. I don't know if I've said this before, but I've thought this. It's like hair is like this security blanket. It's like this baby blanket where a lot of us, our identity is falsely tied to our hair. Especially women, and even nowadays men. I mean, like I said, for me, growing up a lot, I had long hair a lot. I always saw like rockers or like heavy metal guys with their long hair, and I was like, man, that's cool. Or you see the Thor type guys, like whatever, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, long hair is like super cool. I want to have long hair, and so it was part of my identity. And then when it started to thin, that's when that's one of the milestones in my life where I had to grow up, and I had to realize I'm not my hair. Like everything in life, it's temporary. It's not who I am, And even with the beard, Like, yeah, I'm grateful to have a beard and all, but one day the beard's gonna not be there, or something, right? And I'm thinking about even buzzing it off for a video. So let me know if you guys want a video about that, because I know my girl, she's always asking me to cut it off, because girls, it's like they forget how you look like without it. They're like, they have their own nature, and they want to make sure that they still like you without a beard. It's like, if that's what you care about, then leave. It's like, we're not doing the same thing with you about your makeup. It's like, I see you without your makeup. I see you with it. Like, you look good with both, But anyway, that's like a whole nother video. So, look, if you're going through losing your hair, or, in the process of letting it go, as I like to say, let it go. Take action. Start buzzing it, or start cutting it thin, like thin. Start cutting it short, because a shorter hairstyle is better in my opinion. So I'll just kind of run through maybe like 5 key points and benefits as far as letting go of your hair. So number 1, shampoo. You're never going to use it anymore, at least very, very rarely. I mean, I literally never use shampoo on the top of my head. Very rarely, only once in a while, and that's only if I haven't cut it for like a month, and it feels greasy, and then I'll go ahead and wash it, and then I'll probably trim it the next day or two. But yeah, shampoo and conditioner, pretty much a thing of the past. You're gonna save money and time doing that. Showers are gonna be a lot quicker. You're gonna save money, not even gonna have to worry about that, or the chemicals in those things. Number 2, it's gonna act basically like a filtering mechanism to filter out your friends, strangers, romantic partners, employers, whatever you want to say, it's going to help filter out people, because if somebody's going to judge you based on the fact that you're bald, in a negative way, I should say, then you don't want them in your life. So instantly, it's like, if a girl is not attracted to me because of it, then hey, that's fine. Like, she's on her own path. She likes what she likes. And that's good, because that keeps the superficial girls away from me, right? Also with people, if somebody's going to try to clown me and make fun of me because I'm bald, I don't want them in my life, right? It's like, I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So it's cool. It's like it keeps superficial people away from you. And honestly, in my opinion, it's a benefit, because you have less people to deal with that you shouldn't be. So instantly, it helps you focus your energy on people that don't care about it, right? Like, I don't care about it. The third thing I would say is it frees up mental space. So you don't really have to worry about your haircut anymore. You don't have to worry about if your hair is going a certain way, like, because there was times for me, I had short hair, I would rock a faux hawk or whatever, and it would be to one side or the other depending on how I slept, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to work, and it doesn't look right, it's not cooperating. Now I get upset, or I feel aggravated or something. It's like, now who cares? Like, this is the look, and this is like a week without buzzing it, and it's it's still fine, it's still presentable. It's like, I'm gonna buzz it in the next day or two here, because I like to do it about once a week, or every 2 weeks or so. I used to do it every few days when I first started, because I was still kind of new and developing that confidence as a bald man. But now I'm like, I'll go a month without it, and yeah, I know it looks kind of rough, but whatever. It's like, if you're gonna judge me based on that, then we shouldn't even be hanging out with each other. So yeah, your haircut frees up mental space, and that brings me to point 4. You're gonna save a lot of money on barbers, especially if you do it yourself. For me, I've been buzzing my head myself for, like I said, 8 years. Over 8 years. Same with trimming my beard. I do it all myself. And you're gonna save a lot of money. Just buy yourself like a $40, $50 buzzer. I mean, they're probably even cheap now. Just do it yourself. When I first started, I would use a mirror and look in the mirror, but now it's like, you just go over the whole thing a few times, like 3 times, and you're good. You didn't miss anything. Of course, you're gonna feel around and feel if you got any patches, but I'm at the point where I can do it with no mirror and confidently walk outside. There's been a couple times where I missed a few spots, but it's like, who cares? It's like, dude, accidents happen. So you're gonna save a bunch of money, and you're gonna be able to put that money towards other things. Invest in yourself, invest in fashion, invest in fitness, like a gym membership, invest in your food, organic food. You're gonna be able to invest in monetary thing like stocks or whatever, trips. Because you'd be surprised. Some people, they're getting haircuts every week, every 2 weeks. It's like, just say hypothetically, that's like $20 a week. I mean, that's a lot of money when you add it up. Especially if you're like a normal person, that's quite a bit of money. So yeah. Yeah, in my opinion, there's lots of positives. I mean, there is a few, like, maybe downsides or whatever you want to call it, but really not many. most of them I would say are just perception based, you know, based on the old image of yourself you have, or the people around you, you know, having some kind of image in their mind. But other than that, it's a blessing in my opinion. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It's helped me grow, develop my character, become a better man. And I hope any of you who are letting your hair go or going through hair loss, hair thinning, receding, whatever, I hope this video helped you in some way. I always suggest taking action, shifting the perspective, seeing it as a blessing, and just being grateful, you know. And if you made it this far, yo, shout out to you, DGAF, right? DGAF about balding, or anyone who wants to clown you about it. Who cares about them? Hope y'all are doing great. I'll see you in the next one. Later.